Right, how we doing? How we doing? So I'm back with another stream. More cast testing for I should probably go back to my Streamlabs. Yep, there we go. More playtesting for Stanley Ipkiss, aka The Mask. So I got some feedback, and apparently we have confused the community. So first off, is it so I got responses from Smooth and feedback. Um where is it? One of them was like, "Ah, I didn't even play I didn't even play him using uh pool cards," which was an interesting thing. He seems so it's so geared towards pool. Um for starters, I chose pool because a member of the community, again, Craig, aka Cross 74 IG, um, he had a pool precon that he showed off, and I built it based off of that because I don't like pool. But I'm looking at his kit, and if you're not playing pool, you kind of leave a lot to your encounter set to carry the load of putting icons out there. When you do that, I feel that's more dangerous actually than running an actual pool deck. You can kind of control your icons a bit better, determine when you're going to get rid of them, things like that. So I think unless you want to sacrifice a good amount of power, pool seems to be the way to go with Stanley Ipkiss. Um, so I'm going to stick with pool. I think he should probably be playing pool. Was there anything else? No, not that. Yeah, Manny said he didn't play mask and pool. Let's see. Yeah, apparently, yeah. So I think their intent. So, oh yeah, let me do this real quick. Where are the cards here? So I want to pull out that one just so I can show it real quick. What is the card? Not this one. Is it? It's not this one. It's not that one. So yeah, this card right here, I think is the one I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to remember this is in my hand. Hard chop. And I think Flying Away was the other one. I'm gonna have to remember to grab the Mask of Loki because that's part of setup. Let me just go ahead and put it in my fucking hand right now. Yeah, I think it is Hard Chop, and I'll shuffle this deck when I finish. Hard Chop and Flying Away. So the way how I read these is this one to me exhaust big ass gun and remove one charge from it, deal 2 damage to an enemy for each of these icons in play. That to me implies that it's hitting one enemy as it's written right now for 2 damage for each of those icons. It's overkill and ranged. These ones imply to me that for each one of them you activate it again. So I could conceivably remove one threat from a scheme, then remove one threat from a scheme, remove one threat from a scheme, remove one threat from a scheme, so on, so on, so on, so on. Deal 2 damage to an enemy, deal 2 damage to an enemy. It's not all blocked together. I think that needs to be flipped if you wanted it to hit one enemy. So I'm pretty sure that their intention is that it's supposed to only hit one enemy, which is how I'll play it going forward. I think that's how I played it last night, just to be sure. I don't know if I did that for the purpose of me I just shuffled that fucking card in, didn't I? I did shuffle that card in. What was it? It was the 2-coster. It was the hammer thing, right? Yeah, no, not this one. The one where he's smacking the car. Heart chop. That was in my hand. This should be in my hand, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna keep playing it as though it's supposed to be hitting one enemy because I think that's what they were saying in the chat is what the implication was. Um, and that's just what I'll do. I'm playing alongside one of Maximoff because I don't unless I build Stanley Ipkiss to be Thwart, I don't see him doing a ton of threat removal. Um, so Wanda should help keep that under control. I totally didn't look at her hand to see if I need to rearrange anything. I mean, I got a Scarlet Witch crest off bat. That's pretty awesome. Master of the Chaotic Arts. I mean, I could conceivably spend these to get this and this. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to do Benediction off the bat because Benediction is better if she is going first, since she will draw everybody cards. So I don't think I need Master of the Chaotic Arts or Counterspell necessarily. Going against Crossbones. Yes. Going back to my kind of tried and trues here. If I opt to play the Mask again, which I'm unsure. Again, I'm trying to do 2 or 3. I want to lean towards 2 when I do characters, but it's so hard to just sit there and go like, well, I played 3 with this character. Why would I not want to play 3 with another character? That seems unfair. So we'll see if this is the last one I do for the Mask. If it's not, then I don't know. I'll do my ending review at the end of the whole thing. Another thing that was suggested was that actually I should probably check to see if this got updated today. So they're actually maybe I'll just hover over this. No, it didn't. All right. So on their Google Drive and in Discord, the cards are high res. And they're not in here, so I thought about uploading them because I looked at the pictures. The pictures look fine when they're high res. Everything looks good. It's just because of the use of batch uploads or whatever medium they might have used. They were talking about no, I think it is just straight up a batch upload. I would have to go in and manually put in every single card myself because I can't edit these cards. You can't edit batch uploads, so I can't. I'd have to go through and put them on my own table to have these cards available to me, which is not something I wanted to do just for playtesting. I've seen the HD versions. I would still suggest going in and uploading them so that TTS seems to be the preferred method for most players to play custom content. I know that Dragon Cards has a decent following, and I think there's maybe like one other avenue that people use that I'm not completely aware of. I know if you play on Dragon Cards, you will get the high def cards because that runs off the files themselves and not what you upload. But I'd still recommend going into the table and putting the high def cards. I know it's a pain in the ass to upload, 25 cards or something like that. What is it? It's 15 cards in your hero deck. Your hero alter ego, which is technically 2 different cards. An obligation, a 5-card nemesis set, so 23 cards usually. Might be a pain in the ass. Oh, and then you got the side deck, so 29 cards, almost 30 cards. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it's probably something that should be done. Anyways, that being said, I want to go on and get on to this game. I got a little bit later of a start than I meant to. I got thoroughly ADD'd into watching just like nonstop YouTube shorts that I didn't really give a shit about, but I just kept watching them because I just brain rotted myself for about 45 minutes. I need to give this motherfucker his actual hit points. Nothing else. All right, let's get this started. Off rip, I want to get the temptation of going nuclear first round is it's certainly there. I kind of like this one more than some of these other ones. I think I want to spend Venom to get the mask out. Then I'm going to flip, which gets this. I don't think I shuffle this. Gets this. It's still fucking present. Disappoint me yet again. I'm actually extremely tempted to pay 1 to put this back in so I don't ever have to see it again. Because I'm about to go nuclear and cancel all the damage dealt to myself. I actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 1 to mask Loki. Swap the mask, upgrade for a mask of my choice. Now, just like last night, I value the El Mascador so much. So I'm going to grab him. I'm then going to spend this. Spend 3. Because that gives me... Actually, isn't that 3 resources when I spend it without damage on myself? It was self-confidence, right? Oh yeah, I don't even have to spend hard chop. Okay, yeah. To go nuclear. It's 9 damage to the mask, which I'm going to cancel out by getting rid of Professor M. That one's actually not too bad. Or not too bad of a card. I would have liked to have kept that one. That's a shame. I deal 9 damage to the villain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 damage to each other enemy, which are no other enemies. Anything else? Don't have any resources available to me. Actually, you know what? Instead of keeping... I don't have threat out, so that's not worth it. Anything else? This is a mental fist. I have a fist. I'm just going to hit him for 2. And that will end the mask's turn. Over here to Wanda. I will choose Wanda to discard 2. To draw 2. I got Wong. So off rip, we're going to spend 3. Let's get my crest out. This needs to be somewhere where I have a discard available to it. Just put it there. Excuse me. So I can't get Wong out. A flip. I can get Heroic Intuition out right now. But that's at the sacrifice of Wong, who would currently not have... Yeah, it's not good to play Wong right now. Let's just get Heroic Intuition. Get my fort up. I'm a 3, 1, 2, 3. So she is prepared for the future. She's just going to smack for 1. I do not have any resources available to me. That will end the player phase. 5 cards. None of her upgrades. Just have the Scarlet Witch crest. Again, not a bad thing to have, but that's all. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Attacks the mask. I'm going to defend for 3. He takes no damage. He gets a tough status, but that resolves after the retaliate. And I take no damage already. Attacks Scarlet Witch. The mask will block it. This is 2 damage. No damage is taken. Retaliate, knock the tough off. Encounter. Encounter. Full auto. Discard. Take 1 direct damage for each of these. So it's his attack, so it's just 1. 1 damage. Rude. We've got health here. We've got health here. In the center's play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 people. So 2 more. I forgot to remove you so you don't count. 2 more. Yeah, just 2 more. Over here. Again, I like Madam Hydra when I'm not playtesting. Actually, I really enjoy this minion. I think it's a great challenge for a game. I just don't like it in playtesting stuff. All right, over here. So I got some reality manipulation. I got a binding spell. I got infiltration. Question is, what do I do? Well, first off rip. I'm going to spend 1 for Master of the Chaotic Arts to pay for this, which is 0. So we're going to Benedict for nothing. You're going to use Scarlet Witch's Crest to make it 1, so I get a value out of that at least. So each player draws a card. Now I can overpay for something in my hand. Oh yeah, what do I get now? Ferment's Fire. Ooh, what do we got? Mental Fist again. Mental Fist. Don't have those. Do you have Mental Fist? You do. You do. This will suck to have to do, but I think I'd do it. So we don't have to worry about that. All right. I'm going to exhaust and spend the 2 for Ferment's Fire. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Discard the top 3. So we got 2 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. The next one up is a Benediction. It's a shame I can't play it now. I'm going to spend Counterspell to infiltrate for 5 on the side scheme. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts into play, which I believe still means Quick Strike happens, right? Quick Strike is when it's put in play, it Quick Strikes you. Let me double check. Engages a player who isn't here. Okay, so all I have to do is engage. So I take 2 from the Jet Trooper. I remove 5 threat from this. And I still have this left over. It's an end her turn. To the mask. And Milo. I got a heavy head blow too. I got a wacky perspective. Why do I hate having cards with nothing but hero card or hands with nothing but hero cards? I don't think I need Milo yet. Milo seems better for later. Now, wacky perspective though. I'll take that. I'm going to smack this guy for 2. I got these to help set me up for the future. Or prepare for the future. Done. Where are my upgrades? Got my Hex Spike at least. Or the wordiest card I've ever made. 1, 2. Why is it when I'm streaming you want attention, kitty cat? Attacks. The mask will defend. That is 3 damage. He takes no damage. He readies. He retaliates. The Hydra Jet Trooper attacks. He blocks. Readies. Defeats him with the retaliate. Gets attacked by crossbones. He defends. Takes 2 damage, takes no damage, readies, deals 1 back. Encounter. Oh yeah, I needed to place 1 more on here because the acceleration. So we're already on the next one. This should have happened beforehand. So let's see if he would have gotten a damage. He would have gotten 1 damage. So this would have been 3 damage, which means that he would not have readied after the first one. Now, in that case, I think I have defense. Yeah, I would have spent 1 on flying away, which means when you would take an amount of damage, prevent all that damage, and then I remove 1 for each of these, which is just 1, but it doesn't matter because there's nothing out there. Well, yeah, there is actually, because this starts with 2, so it gets 1 now. And then the rest of those would have done no damage. My bad. Then this asshole's out. And this asshole's in play. It's a guard. I keep almost giving him toughness, but he is not tough. So, okay. At 4 damage, I might as well just fucking... Let's spend these 2 to... I can't just keep cards in my hand. It's a heavy head blow. To deal... I've only got 1 icon in play right now. So this would be 7 damage with overkill. Or actually, no, it's 2 icons because I'm doubling them up. So 7 damage with overkill and I get a tough. So this, and 3 damage to his shield. I will then attack to knock off the shield. And that will end his turn. We got this is energy fisty. I could overpay that. Actually, reality manipulation and offense punishments aren't bad to use here. Get rid of this. Also, she's not first player. He is. I forget to move that shit all the time. Hex Pike. I'm not going to Binding Spell. I'm not going to Benediction to draw cards when he can't go. So we're going to Hex Pike for 1 damage. We're going to Hex Pike for 2. Knock him to the next stage. 28. 2 here. And that... Oh, I saw this. Might as well just keep this completely under wraps. End turn. Game lag. This 2, 3, 4, 5. I got this. Cool. All right. Attacks me. Machine gun first. For 2 damage, it knocks off the tough. And then attacks me proper. He's got piercing. I'm going to defend. I take no damage, which means I ready. And I smack him back. Attacks Scarlet Witch. But he's going to... Mass is going to block again, so this actually goes to him. This is the machine gun for no damage. And then the attack, which I will defend. Exactly 3 damage, so I smack him back and I ready. Counter and counter. Inside 1, we discard until we get a fucking weapon. Which I think he has a knife still. Or not. So it whiffs. There's an Madam Hydra. This gets 5 on it. Now there's another icon for him, though. Isn't that right, kitty cat? Oh, I know why you're excited, kitty cat. Because I'm making chicken nuggies. And you can smell the chicken. Alright. Off rip. Let's exhaust to do a benediction. Let's see what we got here. We got nothing. Well, we're going to get 1. Benediction has whiffed both times. Jesus Christ. I get 1 card, and he gets 1 card. Good news is the 1 card I drew is a fucking Sorceress Supreme. Draw 2, discard 1. Draw 2, discard 1. So immediately I need to get Sorceress Supreme out. I will then oh yeah, what's the top card? Unleash Folklore. Threat removal. You're begging me for food that's not even being finished being made yet, kitty cat. One, two to get the Sorceress out. We'll then use Hex Pike to deal 1 damage to the villain. Then that procs the Sorceress Supreme, so I draw a card. I'm extremely tempted to pay 3 to put Neuro Conditioning out. It's going to whiff a little bit in the immediate. Or do I just spend 1 to infiltrate to get rid of this and then save Heroic Conditioning for next round? I think I'm going to infiltrate. I like Witch's Counsel actually. I don't need it though. And we're gonna do 5 here. 3, 4, 5. Let's take the bomber since he doesn't get a win revealed. Let's remove the 5 off of here. And then I could Binding Spell. Not going to Binding Spell. I want to keep Heroic Conditioning. I like Heroic Conditioning. Enter turn. Over here. So currently 4 in play. So let's do it. Let's do a heavy head blow to this guy. That is 7 damage with overkill. So 5 goes to the villain. Lag. Get another tough. And I remove 3 threat from a scheme. We're going to Mass Distraction. We're going to let him attack me. I will defend. First the machine gun. The machine gun hits me for 1, so we lose the tough. Then he attacks me. This is my defense. I take no damage. So I ready and smack him for 1 with Retaliate. That allows me to remove 5 threat from a scheme. Only have 2 icons out now. Remove 2. Oh god, I'm not even removing threat from a scheme. Why am I doing this? Why am I actually doing this? Let's not do that. Hold on. It's gonna back his health. We're gonna shuffle this. We're gonna give this back its counter. We're gonna actually put this back in too, because that was a damage from the machine gun. I'm not paying attention. I got this would be a better option right now. Cut Upper would be a better option right now. I could stun him. The number 1 stunner. I don't really need Mass Distraction now that I think about it. Yeah, let's Cut Upper him. 5 damage and stun. Ding, my food's ready. And then I will attack for 2. And that will end Player Phase. I'm going to keep her cards. I get 4 cards because I'm the Sorceress. Finally, I got one of the artifacts. And I got the Quinn Carrier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 on main. He attacks Scarlet Witch, stunned, attacks Stanley Ipkiss. Machine gun first for 2 damage. It just hits the toughness. And then the proper attack, which I will defend. He does 4 damage, which means I don't ready. I don't have my defense in my hand, do I? No, I do not. Alright. So this... I still hit him back for 1. Encounter. Guard. Oh shit, that's right. I went against one of these earlier and I forgot to give Stanley Ipkiss an encounter. Let's give it to him now. Because it was on... Did I have one of these on Scarlet Witch at some point? Dude, I've already forgotten. I'm just going to say I had the one here. Oh well. This... Inside 1, we discard until we get a weapon. I have lost games off of that card. Another weapon. It's time to start getting rid of some of these fucking weapons. First player. All right, what do we got here? We got both mental fists. All right. I've been thinking about a character design where if I overpay for resources, I can keep that resource on like an upgrade and spend them later, but it would have to be extremely limited. Also, why is he fighting? What's his face? I don't even actually know who that is. It looks a lot like Lobo. Imagine it's some comic crossover. Anyways, less distraction. No more distraction here. I can get rid of that. Let's get rid of one of them. Overpay for it, but let's get rid of one of them. Let's go to the range one so I can retaliate against them. Let's spend 3 to get Laser Swords. That's actually going to end his turn. He didn't really have a good hand there. So I don't want to do this. How do I want to do this? Let's off rip get the amulet out. Amulet, I guess I'm spending heroic conditioning. Kind of wanted to play it, but oh well. I'm now future-proofing myself. I will then spend 1 to unleash folklore. I have to exhaust to do this. I choose my thwart because I have 3 thwarts. I'm going to discard these. 1 threat. This is actually way worse. Let's actually make it even with me. So 1, 2, 3. That is the gamble. I think I'm going to have to. I think what I can do is actually give this base threat removal of at least like 2, and then have it do this because there's a lot of times this is whiffing, and I have to cover that by Scarlet Mike pressed it. Discard the top, no damage. Also I draw a card. Spiritual meditation. Cool. Let's use it. I got my cloak. Sorry, Darcy, you're gone. I mean, I can't play it. This is for me for next round, but might as well have. Counter. So I didn't deal any damage to this asshole engaged with me. That sucks. What do we got? I mean, obviously the cloak. Oh my god damn it, I'm supposed to have another one of these. Let's discard another one. So the threat removal has still been the same. The damage to this guy would have been 2. Here we go. Forgot. I forgore. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stanley readies. And yeah, we're done. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Attacks the mask for a base of 3. Oh, this is the machine gun first. It's for 1. And then a base of 3 on this. Do I have defense cards in this yet? Of course not. Why would I? All the defense cards. Oh, this is his defense. That's right. In that case, I'm just going to take it. 3, 4 damage. We're going to spend an ambush to flying away. I'm going to take any amount of damage from attack, prevent all that damage for each one of these, which are currently just 1. So I remove 2 threat from a scheme. All right, and then attack Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch will take this. He's not going to defend because he's going to defend for the Hydra Soldier. Scarlet Witch is dealt 3 damage. Then this guy attacks, Mask will defend, and deal him 1 damage and ready. With a counter and an encounter. Good. I was just about to be free of weapons, and I'm so glad I'm not. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Absolutely nothing added on. And then I get attacked by the villain for a base of 4. I kind of need to defend this. And it stays 4. It's an undefended attack, so it can suck my ass. So take 2. Okay, that was so good. So good. We're going to use both of these to get my cloak. To ready myself. I will then spend 1 to self-healing spell. 1, 2, 3, 4 to heal me 4. That'll proc the Sorcerer Supreme to draw me a card. A reality manipulation. I will play reality manipulation to look at the top 4 cards. 2, 3, 4. Well then, I'm going to put this on top, put this second, and then these 2. I'm going to Hex Pike. Wait, actually, I still have this guy in front of me. He's blocking my damage like an a-hole. So I'm actually going to attack him. I get an encounter card. Then I Hex Pike. Hey, what? I thought... Did I not manipulate this properly? I was supposed to have the 3 on top. Going crazy? What happened there? The 3 was supposed to be on top. But it wasn't this, was it? It was a weapon, right? Losing my mind. I Hex Pike for 3 damage. I don't know what the hell happened there. That was weird. That was super weird. Mental Fist, Energy Fist. I'm going to Mental Fist. Try this. Since I'm not going to actually be able to play anything, I could have made it 1 more damage. I can't Fermentic because I'm exhausted. What am I on? End turn. Can Stanley Ipkiss win this? No, he cannot. I have +2 attack, so I can attack for 4. Oh, wait. Or that +4 attack. So I can attack for 6. I'll spend 1, so I got this. I deal 3 damage to an enemy, because this is in play. And then what's the other icon in play? The acceleration, which removes 2 threats from my scheme. Alright, so that was a sound defeat for Crossbones. I even spent the first, 11 minutes of this not even fucking playing this. Do I play another mask game? I'm probably not going to, but I can play it with, other people. I kind of got the gist of it all. And I don't like Pool. I just don't like Pool. So what do I think of him? He's strong. He feels extremely strong. Again, I think the more valuable option for him is to play Pool. I really don't see any other aspect for him getting the value that he gets in Pool. So I'm not going to do any sort of official review. Well, I'll do an official review. I'm not going to do the cast review yet. Aesthetically, he looks great on the cards that are not uploaded onto TTS. I saw the high definition renders. They look good. They should be the ones that are on TTS, but they're not. I'd still recommend changing that or fixing that. If I was playing on dragon cards, which I'm not going to because I don't understand how to get it to work. I've tried dragon cards and I looked at it and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. If I was on dragon cards though, I would have no issues with the aesthetics because they'd be clear. Um, so yeah, I'd still just come in here and re-upload everything as individual cards. You can't do it through batch uploading. Um, let's look at his upgrades and supports, which I think that's all up these for. Mask Loki, I like Mask Loki. I see the value in it to an extent because if I get the mask I want, then Mask Loki's just sitting here. I can see it be more valuable in higher player counts, where things can kind of there's a larger ebb and flow in higher player counts. It feels like, and Mask Loki can probably help you manage those alongside other players. There will be rounds in higher player counts where like a dozen fucking threat gets placed on there, in which case it's not President Loki, it was Professor M is a lot more useful in those cases. El Mascador, it loses its shine when an enemy can actually damage you. Like Claw yesterday was not doing shit to me, but against Crossbones loses some of the luster, but you still got to retaliate. I'll do like an actual review on those after I do the review on the cards. So yeah, Mask Loki is just a good card. It's a solid card. Milo, he's decent. I kind of wish he was more of like a number of uses type of character. Like maybe even just 2 uses so that you can, and just in case you're kind of getting fucked on that. Also, I forgot his hero ability all game long, and that could have helped me out with the mask of El Mask, or yeah, El Mascador. That could have really helped me out. I forgot about his hero ability. That's on me. Again, I'm going to play him again before I do a turn in. This will just probably be the last time on stream, or at least my stream, in case I play with Havoc at some point, because this dude's taking a 3-month vacation apparently. Joking, obviously, but he and I are supposed to, and hopefully we're still on for it, do some cast games together. I can see this. I mean, it's valuable, but it's just not a big deal. It's just here. Wacky Perspective is an extremely strong card. It helps you run your deck. The issue is that, at least when I play, I do not like letting icons stay out there for a very long time. I like getting crisis. I do not like having crisis icons out. I do not like having amplify icons out. So this was an issue that I have every time I play with my Deadpool, I like Camacho, is I tend to limit what I have out there when it comes to pull stuff. And that's going to happen with Wacky Perspective. It just is. Which means that Big Ass Gun gets limited. It still does, decent damage. It has overkill. Um, I am not willing enough to gamble with putting icons out there to make this actually get a lot more value. It only has 2 attacks on it, so it doesn't feel great. I feel this could have another attack on it. It actually does feel a touch underwhelming because of that. You're spending 2 resources for, I mean, it's really reliant on Wacky Perspective getting out there. I still think this could be better with 2 uses on it, or 3 uses on it, excuse me. I think I'll just give it like a good, it's a good card. I'm tempted to put it down here where it's just like, that's kind of a Mac card. But I think it has potential to be really good. Just not by me. I'm not going to let icons stay out there for ridiculously long periods of time. I'm fine with accelerations. I'm fine with hazards. But crisis icons and amplify icons, I try and get rid of those as quickly as possible because those will lose games very quickly. Um, all right, his cavalcade of events. So he's got a lot of events. Don the Mask is a fine. It's a good card actually. I wouldn't say it's a fine card. Uh, the ability to choose which one you're doing is good. If you're in hero form and you flipped alter ego to like heal or something like that, this will put you back to hero form. It's free. And if you use it for the Mask of Loki, which I'm never going to do because if I get Almascator, I kind of don't give a shit about this. Again, I think this is more situational dependent though. I don't think it's a bad card. I just think it's a little bit more niche for my play style. I don't think it's necessarily niche always. It's just niche for me. Heart Chop. Two of them, right? Um, so my understanding is the intent is that it's doing all of its damage to a single enemy, in which case the wording should be changed on it. I think it's like a lot of those cards, it's kind of at its best when Wacky Perspective is in, because you are only accounting for one from your mass, and then if I didn't even get any of the allies out, I didn't get Bob out. I'm probably not going to play Headpool. I should probably change the deck to not have that out there. I didn't get Ambush out because threat was mitigated for the most part. I didn't play Venom because I don't like Venom. Probably could have taken him out. I didn't get Negasonic. Where was she at this entire game? Actually, didn't I have to spend her for a resource? I would have loved to have Negasonic out. Um, so you kind of have to get some of these out in order for a lot of Wacky Perspective stuff to go off. I mean, Heart Chop's just good. It's just a good card, I guess. The cancel's been revealed. It deals damage. As it's written right now, it implies that it's dealing multiple instances of damage, which I don't think is the intent. Same with flying away, which is not the intent here. So my understanding is it's not the intent that they're splitting their stuff. If I play them as they split their stuff, they're still in this area. If I play them with the intent that, or with the understanding is that they're not supposed to split, they're still in this area. They're still kind of in that area. Heavy Head Blow up here. Excellent card. Very strong. Very, very strong. I actually value this more than I value this. Um, this is very easy to get at least 2 on, which you're doing 7 damage, overkill, and a tough status for 2 cost. 3 is not very hard to get either, which in case you do an additional 3 threat removal, excuse me, do an additional 3 threat removal. It's extremely strong guard. It's close to being overpowered. But pool cards kind of do that, I guess. Going nuclear, I'd say this is a strong card. It does have the additional cost of you having to get rid of one of your masks to negate the damage. And I said I didn't use this ability once. I did, because I did it when I nullified going nuclear. I just forgot to use it when I was getting attacked. Anyways, going nuclear, it's strong. I would still put it on S tier strong. It is. I still think this one blows it away. Like if S tier is like 90%, which is an A grade in American schools, but 90% is an A minus. I'd still put this kind of in between these 2 tiers, and this is certainly almost. I think it's close to being overpowered. Yeah, I still think this is a better card. This is probably more valuable if you have a ton of minions out. When an attack with overkill still hits 2 enemies usually, especially at 7 damage. Mass distraction. I mean, you're probably going to get 7 threat removal for an attack. If you're running El Mascador, this is extremely strong in my opinion, because you're defending against an attack with 3 defense that there's a decent chance of you not taking damage. And then you can draw 3 cards if you have enough of those out. I didn't play it this game. I still think it's a good card. I don't think I'd put it up with these two, or by any stretch of the imagination. That's kind of where I'm at with his cards after a single game. I'm not going to re-upload these cards just to high def them. I've seen what they look like high def. They look good, all that stuff. Aesthetically, this set looks, really good, as long as you remember to look at the actual cards. Theme, I don't know shit about the comics. I know the movie, and I haven't seen the movie in like 25 years, so I vaguely know the movie. Actually, it might have been 30 years. This came out in the early to mid 90s. Is this came out off the back of Ace Ventura, if I remember correctly, and it proved that when Ace Ventura proved that Jim Carrey was a leading man in Hollywood. So I don't know the theme to the comics, though. Theme-wise, in this, I mean, it feels like a pool deck. Plain and simple, it feels like it's a pool deck. It feels like you're meant to play pool with it. I don't see the value of playing anything but pool. Materials, everything's here. It feels a little blurry. Everything's named for that matter, which thank you. I don't think you named any of the custom pool cards, did you? Yeah, custom pool cards aren't named. That's not a big deal. We're not grading custom pool cards. Mechanics are fine. They're worded wrong, or worded awkwardly on these 2 cards, which is a bit of a mechanical issue. It's also a little scary that the 2 creators weren't in sync with what the intent was. I've never done a co-creation, so I don't know how often that happens. So I don't think I'd hold that against anybody. Oh yeah, I said I was going to talk about the mask. Still, El Matador is my preferred one. I see the value in this. I would be scared to play President Mask. I just don't see a lot of value in this one. I see more value in the Green Skull, but again, I'm more scared of Amplify than pretty much anything else. I like Mask Sinatra. Go Mask. Go Gadget Mask. This one is very situational to me. So I'd kind of put them in that order. These are like this. You kind of go like this. Again, Green Skull is a card that I'd want to get rid of as early as possible. I kind of want to play this with more people though. I might actually, if I wake up at a decent time, I might just put a ping out to the Discord channel to get a multiplayer game where I'm going to be playing the Mask and see how it does in a higher player setting. Probably still, I'm almost certainly going to be running pool again though. I think you have to. Balance. I mean, he feels strong. Pool's kind of supposed to feel strong because they have to live on that edge of them being strong while also making the villain stronger. And I think he pushes close to overpowered with Heavy Head Blow, but the rest of his kit doesn't feel that way at all. I think against not hard-hitting villains, El Mascador breaks the game. Claw couldn't do shit. God, if he had a card in his deck that gave him +1 defense, he'd be broken. That's probably a good thing that he doesn't have that. I never usually think about what wasn't made in the deck. If he had just like a single card that gave him +1 defense, yeah, I think he'd be broken. I think if you play in protection and get El Mascador out, he can chump block everything in the goddamn game and never have to worry about it. Because now you get defensive conditioning, armored vest, and then innate defense. I think it's called. Is that what it's called? The new innate. They're all innate something. So imagine it's innate defense. That is 6 defense. That is you just defending for the table, readying, retaliating, and defending for the entire table. So balance, actually, I think I'm sitting here talking about how strong he is, like how he has to be played in pool. I think he'd be played protection and just run the entire game. He doesn't even need to get like desperate defense cards. He might still value what are they called, like repost and not today and never back down. He'd still value off of those because he'd be defending for fucking 9 or 8, excuse me. He'd never take damage. He'd just do everything out of turn. I could see playing him defense, actually. He'd be broken. I don't think I'd play him aggression. I don't think I'd play him justice. Protection, just get El Mascador. That's it. So actually, when I do make the call for anybody want to play a game, or will be later today, I think I might play in protection and see if he is that fucking broken. Fun factor, I don't like pool, so I might be skewed on that. I'm not big on pool. I think he's better than Deadpool. I forgot to put Dreadpool in. Motherfucker, I did it again. Where's Dreadpool? He's right here, right? He's with resources. I don't even know the rules on Dreadpool. I never looked at the insert. Are these just in the game by default? These just get put in by default, don't they? Oh no, these might actually make him awful. I might never fucking play pool with him again. I forgot about that. See, Ali Camacho gets around this because she's not pool. She is an aspect plus pool cards. So I never even think about Crisis of Infinite Deadpools. That starts the game in the deck, doesn't it? Which is why I would never play pool. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm going to play him again. I'll play him again protection. And then I'll do a final, like, actually turn in a cast review and all that stuff. Anyway, I've been blabbering. I finished this game like 13, 15 minutes ago. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Have a good morning / night / day, wherever you may be. Take care of yourself because the world is a dangerous and scary place. If you want to check out more custom content like Smooth and Manny's The Mask, like my Scarlet Witch, I'm close to finalizing. I'm gonna bump up folklore a little bit. I've been wanting to finish this series before I finalize this because I'm thinking about adding like another card to her kit. But yeah, if you want to check out my Scarlet Witch, she's there. Then some of these amazing creations that I haven't done a review yet on Major Victory. I've done reviews on these 3. Diva by Justin Tuna, Black Cat by Odysseus, Elsa Bloodstone by Captain Scorp, Major Victory by Blast. I still have to go through and play Yondu. This is Hacker and Blue HG, yeah. Ghost Rider by EK August. Omen by Lord Havoc. High Evolutionary by Tuna. That's 2 tunas, right? Yep, 2 tunas. And then Death Strike by, who was this again? Mistletoe. I should have known that. Known that Agents of Atlas stealing bastard made Lady Deathstrike. Yeah. If if you want to check out any of this custom content, I'll have a link in the description of this video for our community site. If you want to check out more streams like this, you can check me out at twitch.tv/theactualjackson. That's how I spell Jackson up there. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. All that shit helps out. With that being said, take it easy. Ciao.